Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be creating this super easy Christmas holiday makeup look, and for this we're only going to be using makeup products that are from the drugstore that are affordable. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. My eyebrows are already done and everything I've used is linked in the description box below. The foundation that I'm using today is not an overly glowy foundation, but I still want to maintain some glow, especially at Christmas. So today I'm going to be priming with the L'Oreal Glotion. This is really gorgeous. It is described as a natural glow enhancer, and I have this in the shade Light. It might be a bit too light for me right now, but it's very sheer, so it'll be fine, I'm sure. So that's what it looks like in the shade Light. It looks very reflective, but it's not that bad, honestly. So I'm just going to put that kind of on my cheeks, trying to avoid my pores, because that's the area that I want a bit of glow. And I'm buffing it in with my Refa 37 brush. We're going to go in with the eyes first, and I'm going to go in with this One and Done eyeshadow from Oulac. I've spoken about this on my channel before. I really love this brand, and although you can't actually physically get it in the drugstore, you can get this online on Amazon for about $6, and it's so good. This eyeshadow will literally stick around all day. And the shade that we're going to be using today is the shade Regal. It's just the most beautiful One and Done eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take the Real Techniques base shadow brush. It's just nice and dense, and I'm just going to pack the colour onto the eyelid. And the great thing about these is that you don't actually need to prep your eyes first. You can just go straight in on your eyelid. It literally took me less than a minute to do that. So it's great for if you don't have a lot of time. You can stop here if you like. I'm actually going to deepen it up a little bit. And I'm going to take my NYX Ultimate Warm Neutrals, and I'm going to go in with this shade here. And I'm just going to pop just a tiny amount on the outer corner, and I'm going to put a little bit onto the lash line. For this, I'm going to take my Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. And I'm just using my Sigma winged liner brush just to bring that on the lash line. And just finishing off with my Refa 03 under the lash line. And I'm just going to go in with this shade here with my Refa 26, and I'm just going to brighten up that inner corner. Super quick and easy, soft and pretty eye makeup look. I think you can just go with the Oulac as a one and done, or when you pair it with an eyeshadow palette, it just gives that extra dimension. It really is so quick and easy, and it will be eyeshadow that lasts. Mascara now, and I'm going in with my trusty L'Oreal Panorama mascara. Love this. It's definitely one that I can trust, that will not flake throughout the night, and it will give me a great amount of volume and length. So let's get that on. This is a great mascara. I love it. It's one of my absolute holy grails from the drugstore. I'm not going to talk about it a lot in this video because I've spoken about it so many times on my channel, and if you scroll back through, you'll be able to see me jabber on about this loads. But great mascara, and one you can definitely rely on for a Christmas night out. And I'll do my bottom lashes in a little while. We're going to do a little bit of colour correcting now, and for this I'm going to use my NYX Color Correcting palette, which I've been really enjoying recently. So I'm going to go in under the eyes with this peachy shade here. This is literally just going to help to neutralize some of the blueness in these veins and neutralize some of my darkness. I'm just going to use a little bit of that because it is quite full coverage. See how it's done such a great job already. It's so good, such an amazing color corrector. I have a full video where I review a bunch of drugstore and high-end color correctors, and I'll link that here for you if you want to watch that. I'm going to pop a little bit over my hyperpigmentation as well. So for concealer, I can go in with a little bit of a lighter concealer because I already have that colour correction under the eyes. So I'm actually going to go in with this. This is the Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. Now it is a really good medium to full coverage concealer, but it's very lightweight. But it works really nice with a colour corrector. So I'm just going to put a little bit under the eyes. This is in the shade Warm Beige, number 20. It's a really great concealer, so good amount of coverage, but still remains hydrating and it's not too heavy at all. And I'm just going to blend out with my BK Beauty A506. If I'm going on a Christmas night out, I need to pick a foundation that is definitely going to last, that isn't going to melt off my face, and I'm going to need a foundation that's not going to require a bunch of touch-ups throughout the night. And for me, it's a no-brainer on which foundation I choose, and it's the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation, and I have this in the shade 25. So I'm going to apply this with my BK Beauty 101. I love this foundation. It truly does give a soft satin finish, but it just allows for your natural luminosity to come through, whether you've used a glowy primer, whether you have more of a hydrating moisturizer. They are all able to come through during the day, and this is probably the closest foundation to high end that I own from the drugstore. I just think it's beautiful. I can rely on it. I just love it. So I'm going to go in with a contour now, but this is a contour that I can use as a bronzer as well. And this is the Physicians Formula Butter Glow. The shade is fair light, but it actually is quite warm. So I am happy to use this as a contour bronzer in one. If we're doing a quick Christmas makeup look, you want something that can double up. And I know that some people don't really like using contour as a bronzer and bronzer as a contour. I get that, but do you know what? This is absolutely fine. We just want a little bit of warmth and a little bit of dimension to the face. It has one of those squeezy applicators, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's fine. So for this, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Duo Liquid Contour and Bronzer brush, and I'm just going to pick it up on my hand. And for this, I'm just using the bronzing side of the Duo brush. So you see how that is just really pretty and subtle. It's very, very skin-like, and it definitely is fine to use to warm up the skin a little bit. And I'm just going to switch over to the contour end just to get towards the hairline. Blush was a hard one to choose. I prefer to use liquid or cream blushes. So in the end, I decided to go with one of the new shades of the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. And this is the bronzy shade. It's called Copper Etiquette, and I think it will match the makeup look quite well. So here's the shade, and I'm only going to use just a little bit. We'll use a little bit and see how we go. So for this, I'm just going in with my Refa 04. So just a quick flush of colour to the cheeks, and I think that will absolutely do. So let me just finish off the lower lashes and I'll be back in a little minute. Before we do lips, I'm just going to powder under the eyes, and I'm going to use my new favourite loose powder from Collection. This is the Lasting Perfection Shea Loose Powder. It's so good. It is so good. Right, let's stitch the headband. Ooh. I am going in with a red lip today, and I'm going to be using the Rimmel Extreme Lasting Lipstick in the shade Thirsty Bay. But before I go in with that, I'm going to use a lip liner. This is just a nude lip liner. This is the Maybelline Lifter Lip Liner in the shade Out of Line. I'm just gonna blend out the edges with my finger. So now going in with Thirsty Bay. You can switch out the bold lip for more of a neutral nude lip. It's completely up to you. The lipstick is a satin finish and it's just super comfortable. This lipstick is genuinely one of the most opaque and pigmented lipsticks I've ever used at the drugstore, especially for a red. It's so incredibly creamy. It feels just so buttery. The only thing that I don't like about this lipstick is the fragrance. It is very strong, but if you can get past that, it's premium. It's as close to luxury as you can get at the drugstore. We are going to finish off with some setting spray. So today we're going to be using the Catrice Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. This is really good at setting your makeup and keeping it in place all day or all night. So there we go, a super easy Christmas holiday makeup look without breaking the bank. All of these products are so super affordable and they are really good. You are not compromising on quality just because you are paying less. So please let me know in the comments, what is your go-to Christmas makeup look? I would love to hear all about your go-to looks and what you reach for at this time of year. Before you go, I am thinking about doing my first Q&A session on the channel. Now that's if you're interested. If you would like to ask me anything, whether it's beauty related or otherwise, let me know in the comments. And if I do get enough questions, then I will film a video. So do feel free to ask me anything and you can pop them in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next one. But until then, take care and bye for now.